Hello YouTube friends, I just wanted to give you an update here on the delivery car project build. Since last time I have put on all my floor runners. They are now mounted to the sill runners. And then also I got all my floor risers done for the front floorboards, and I got those secured as well to the floor runner and the sill runner. And they are thick, if you can't see that, 1.5 inch thickness for that. And then I was going to go and start mounting my butterfly brackets, and these are for to hold to the firewall. And I thought I had all my hardware ready to go, but when I went to go start putting things on there and marking holes and stuff, I noticed that I only had the hardware to mount the butterfly bracket to the firewall, but not the butterfly bracket to the body. So I've had to order some step bolts for that as well. But I did get my round over detail done on the floor runners as well. So I have that. And then also I have been working on some other things, try to get those things done, but I got a little setback because my blade on my bandsaw broke. So it's kind of left me at a standstill. I tried to find one locally, but everybody was out of them, so I had to order one. Hopefully that'll be in possibly by today. So I did want to show you just kind of the overall layout with everything mounted now to the sill runners. So it's sitting there freely. But also wanted to show you a couple other things that I was working on. One of them being this board here called Bar C. And Bar C, this would be at the opposite end. And basically what it's for, this is 7/8 thick. And this is so it can tie in all the floor runners and floorboards together. So what happens here is this is at the opposite end, and the rear floorboard goes across here, and then the cargo boards rest on top of that as well. And I'll show you here. So this would be like 1 inch floorboard here. And basically that sets there, and then the 9/16 floorboard would set on top of that, and then that allows those to be flush there. So I was getting those cut, and then my bandsaw blade broke, so I'll hopefully get the rest of those done. Like I said, there's 2 of them, one on opposite sides, and on the rear floorboard area, and then also this other floorboard here, about 1 inch in, there will be a carriage bolt that will go all the way through, and it'll be sunken into the wood as well, and that will allow for the this floorboard to tie into that and hold that in. And then basically these skid plates here will cover that that bolt hole, so you won't see that when that's all done. But this is why I say it's really good to have a lot of your body irons already done. Of course, this is the rear bumper door plate, so the doors will bump up against that. This large hole here is there's a rod that sinks down into the rear floorboard, and that's what holds the door shut. So these are all the little details that you see there. And I was working on for my side ribs, and I started to sketch those out on some scrap wood here. Basically the ribs are 1.25 inches by 1 inch, and they start at 1.25 inches at the bottom, and then they're changing in radius, but then as they get up closer to the top, they'll actually change in thickness to 3/4 of an inch thick. So I've been having to make some patterns for that. And again, it's good to have your body irons. So these were from the Benson Ford Center. I had the plans, the drawings for them. So this is the side pillar brace that would mount on the floor. So it'd mount something like this, mount on the floor. And as it moves up, that radius, you can see the radius on there. But then also there's another body iron, and this would be where the seat riser is. And that one as well has a little bit of a curve in it as well. So I've been having to kind of sketch these out, and then once I get my bandsaw blade, I'll be able to cut these out and test and fit and kind of get an exact match where I need them. And then I can start making my side pillars there. You can kind of see how this will look. So I think these are mounted in at about 1.25 inches. And then that allows the side pillars to be mounted on the back side of this. And that's kind of what makes your body have that swelling look towards it. And you can kind of also see, I got a piece of cardboard here. Of course, this isn't the thickness, but the metal that goes on the outside of that frame is going to be 1/16 of an inch. So you can either do it in steel or aluminum. I'm thinking about doing mine in aluminum, but I'm not sure yet. But what if you can remember, there is that bevel cut that's on the sides there. And let me see if I can kind of get this so you can kind of get the idea. That metal will wrap around on the bottom, be nailed into place, and then that will, you just form that to the curvature of those side posts there. So that's one of the things I've been working on, but I got kind of sidetracked because of my bandsaw blade breaking. But one cool thing though is the rear taillight bracket. These are also used on the 1910 coupes, but this rear taillight bracket here mounts underneath here, and this allows for the rear doors to open and not hit the taillight. So it's separate, a little bit different. It takes some large screws here, and the screws that it takes is number 18 flathead wood screws. So I was looking online trying to find some, but I was having a hard time, and they can't be very long. I think the shortest ones I found was 1.25 inches, and mine needed to be a lot shorter than that. So I was just kind of coming up empty-handed. I thought about buying the 1.25 inches and shortening them, but I didn't really want to do that. So I was just looking around, and then I noticed we had another project going here at our house. We got a square grand piano from the 1860s. Picked it up free from a guy that had it in his garage, and we were going to utilize it as a kitchen island in our house. And so I started stripping it, taking apart all the hardware and everything, removing the harp and everything, just so we have the basic shape of it. And as I was removing the hardware, I noticed some small flathead screws. And I checked, and sure enough, they are exactly what I need, number 18, and they are the correct length enough that I can mount those into the bottom of the wood there. So that was just a really cool thing for that. But just thought I'd give you a little update, show you the progress here so far, and hopefully by next week I'll make a little bit more progress, start getting these ribs cut out and get those mounted, so we can start seeing that a little bit more. So till next time, have a great day.